Hi guys, and welcome to another video by Chum Vegan and Frodo. Thank you so much for tuning back in again, and I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day. As you can see, my amazing bike is behind me because it's still a very important part of my life. But while, as you know, I have a lot of really cool adventure traveling coming up. I know I talk about it all the time just simply because I'm super duper excited about it. But in the meantime, I know that I'll be away from home for a few months, and I will be, just adventuring and doing all these other kind of stuff. So while I'm still at home, I want to do other things as well as obviously prepare physically and fitness wise and acquire all the correct gear that I will need for really awesome epic trip. And today I would love to share with you a couple of things that I'm getting into at the moment, I've been getting into, and I just want to share them with you and show you and kind of expand the channel a little bit. Basically just share more of my life with you. If you're interested, please keep on watching.
1, 2, 3, 4.
My Instagram or follow me on Instagram, and some of you even have me on Facebook and things like that. I am, by the way, looking at creating a proper like Chum Vegan and Frodo Facebook page, just like a little group thing where I'll be putting more of my updates and you guys can like interact and comment and do things like that. I have been getting really into learning languages and doing epoxy resin art. So there are two, I guess, quite different things, and they're different from cycling as well, but they're both really cool and very interesting to me right now. And I feel like in life you just learn and grow in many different ways. You learn and you grow intellectually through reading, through your job, through learning new things, through doing new courses, and then you can also grow obviously in spiritual way, which is to do with meditation, religion studies, and just kind of getting deep into more of the spiritual way, whether it's crystals, whether it's praying or wherever else, things like that. And I just said crystals and praying on. I'm not saying they're the same thing, don't hate me, but I'm just saying like I would kind of organize them in one big thing, meditation, yoga, because it's more of like a spiritual journey, spiritual growth path. And you can also expand yourself and grow creatively, grow your creativity basically, and more grow in ways and learn ways, different ways how you can express your creativity. Whether it's just because who I am and how I was born, I really love creative ways of self-expression. Expression of creativity can be shown through cooking, it can be shown through dancing. You know that I do Latin dancing, and I've been doing a few socials recently in Brisbane here, and the dances that I love are zouk, bachata, I do a bit of salsa, sometimes I do some kizomba and other kind of things, as well as just like a regular clubbing dancing. Another thing I'm really into at the moment is art, and I've done a lot of painting in the past. I used to go to art school, and where they taught us to do art in many different forms and ways, whether it was charcoal, whether it was painting with acrylics or oil or watercolors, whether it was molding and sculpturing and then painting that or adding color to that, many different ways. And it could be crochet, it would be stitching, it could be creating things out of beads, whatever, jewelry making. So there's been a lot of different things that I have experienced and done in the past, and that is just something that I was completely into and obsessed with when I was in Russia, when I was younger. That's what I did, that's what I did outside of school, because I actually wasn't that into sports back then. I am now though. So something new that I've gotten into, as I said previously, is resin art, and I'm going to have a whole bunch of resin art videos coming out for me on my channel really soon. If you know channels on resin art that are like epic and exciting, let me know in the comments below, because I've been going through different channels, looking at different videos, and just basically absorbing it all and getting inspired, getting really cool ideas on how to do different things. Couple of pieces that I have done, and look, they're not really perfect just yet, but they're not completed because they still need a bit of work in regards to presentation and different kinds of things. Some of the couple of the pieces that I have need another recoating and things like that, but for what you get basically from resin art are things like this, different colors, different, okay, and it's all very glossy, as you can see. It's very glossy kind of art, and you just like have them there in the wall, or like you know you hang it up. And what this is basically different kind of pigments, colors obviously, mixed with a clear resin. And I will show you what that, yeah, I'm like looking if I put it on me, because a couple of my things are still drying. So what you have, now I have a really big tub because I tried it out with small ones and I finished that up. So you have part A and part B. So these two are like obviously they're chemicals, and part A is the actual resin. The one that I use is called Epoxy Cast from Barnes, I think is the shop. You can see it there on the picture. And I think I actually have a video. I recorded the whole big thing on how I was looking for which one to use, which one to get, where to get it in Brisbane, where to get a really good price. But basically at the moment this is what I'm using, and as you can see I got two really big tubs. I got 7.5 kilos for $220. And this is what I'll be using for the next while. And this is the hardener. Part B is the hardener. And the way you mix them is you basically go one part of the resin to two parts of the resin to one part of the hardener. As you can even see, they're different sizes to obviously reflect that. And when you mix it, they're very clear liquids, but you mix it up, and also depending on how much hardener you put in, it'll start like harden up sooner, or you know, it'll take longer to harden up basically. And when it hardens, it's an exothermic reaction, so you actually, for one of the trials, I put in too much hardener and I could actually start seeing steam, which is not good, don't do that. But yeah, so it started hardening up while I was mixing it with colors. Also have this little technical data sheet if you're into that. I was actually reading it because I use that at work. I use this chemical at work, not directly this specific brand and this specific, you know, thing, but something very similar, and I didn't even register that you could use it for art for a while. It also depends on the temperature, like degrees Celsius outside that you're mixing it under, and humidity and things like that. And here also you can have a look at different temperatures. It lasts different amount of time. I actually still have some resin in my fingers right now, so sorry if they're not too, you know, polished up. But yeah, basically if it's 15 degrees outside, you get about an hour to play with the resin. What I mean by play with the resin, I mean you add colors to the resin and then you play with it to make different patterns and create different things with it. So if it's 15 degrees C, it will last you about an hour until it starts hardening up. In the 30 to 40 minutes, if it's 25 degrees C outside, which is kind of the generic temperature in Brisbane, you get like about half an hour to play with it. So obviously after mixing it, combining these two together, you will have half an hour. You gotta add your pigment, your colors to it, and you gotta pour it on your canvas, and then just basically play with it whichever way you want, what kind of pattern you want to create. Let it create its own kind of art, piece of art really, right? And if it's 35 degrees C, you only get about 10 to 20 minutes as well of playing with it. So that's kind of the basic generic type thing that I can just quickly kind of talk about it. If you're looking to get into that, and I'm going to show you like another piece that I did recently. This is like definitely one of my very favorites at the moment, and I can film it a little bit better and have you and show you basically what it looks like and stuff just a little bit close up. But basically it's the most beautiful thing, I think, because two colors, like it's just a very different medium, and you have all these different colors. So like for example here I have my blue, right, and I have my white pigment, but the way, and I also have silver little sparkles, but the way they mix with each other, sometimes you can't control it, and that's almost sometimes part of the fun, because it will create something absolutely extraordinary that you wouldn't be able to create with anything very hard, you know, and very solid like a regular paint. and I am absolutely, completely and totally in love with this thing right now, because you create just the most beautiful things. It reminds me of the ocean, it reminds me of the galaxies. Like another piece I did here, I will quickly show you. This one is actually still drying, but check this out. Like, it's completely, and it mixes in all the different ways, from just dripping colors to colors into another, like a little bit of a dotting effect, to, you know, just, I don't even know all the proper ways to explain all the mixing yet, but, and the really, really cool thing is this glossy outlook that you get, and they'll be smooth. So I'm absolutely like in love with this thing right now. I reckon it's just so beautiful, because in a way it's like a spiritual experience almost. I know maybe I pushed it too much right now with the spirituality, but it's just, I feel like it's, I feel like this thing is out of this world, you know, like just this kind of art and this kind of exciting little activity that I have realized that I absolutely love. See, that's the thing, I absolutely love how you can find new things in this life, in this world, that you had no idea that you enjoy, that you, I'm sorry, but going to be incredibly good at it. but really, like you don't even have to try that hard. I personally think that this is insane. I think this is really, really good. More about expression of creativity and creating the most amazing, beautiful things. And I'm just amazed that I can create something like this. So you can see this one. This is also wood. Like, yeah, I need to polish from the back. Like I said, I'm not finished yet. But this one, this is wood, but this is this is cardboard actually. But the front was fabric, because I got that canvas on sale, and I'm trying out all the different things, shapes, sizes, materials I can use to bring this to life. And just to give you a quick little look, I guess, into it all, is I have my little big tricks here with my colors, with my dyes. I have colors, I have dyes, I have like all these different things. And an interesting thing is this stuff doesn't smell. Like when you even, like it's, that was something that I was very aware of, because you know, that's the last thing you want. You created something incredibly beautiful, but you walk around and you can smell it and you're just like, oh no, I don't really want that. So that was really cool for me as well. But I suppose this product is specifically designed for home use, for for art. It's designed for art, which is why it doesn't smell, and it is beautiful. The way to get rid of this stuff, as you can see, I got some on my finger actually, is alcohol acetone, or like nail polish remover thing. But I have these little alcohol wipes here in my kit now, because I know that I like, especially when I do art, I just like to get right into it, get like really, I want to say dirty, but just like covered in it and become part of it, because I don't know, it's a very, very beautiful experience to me to be able to create something that's just this extraordinary. So I'm very excited to bring this to the channel, to share it with you, to perhaps spark an interest to this stuff in someone who's watching, and then you would be able to create your own art like this, whatever it will become, whether it will be some beautiful piece that sits in the lounge room, just reminding you of how incredibly freaking talented you are and how every single person is really an artist. I reckon everyone can do it, and just, yeah, just you need to know a bit of a color combination, what colors look good with what colors, and you will be able to create your own incredible resin art. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you having a beautiful, wonderful day, and I hope you remember to stop counting calories, start counting hills, count your adventures, count your passions, look for new passions, try new things, because you really have no idea what you are good at until you try it, until you try it a few times. You don't fully know all the things that are out there, really, like you possibly can't, which is why I think it's important to try new things, to try new ways to express yourself and do things. And we haven't even talked about the languages in this video. You see, that's the thing. I have like so many cool, amazing, awesome projects on the go at the moment that I'm just really loving life, and I'm very excited to live it and be able to share it with you. And I hope you feel about your own things or these things the same way I feel about all of my passions. In my passion basket. Anyway, let's end this video here, and I need to go out and go for a ride and get sweaty, climb that mountain. So yeah, bye.